I left my home full of sadness and wonder, secretly running from myself. I wasn't aware of it at the time. I thought I knew what was best. I just needed a moment to breathe, some time to myself. I always thought I'd do it with a friend, with a lover, maybe even family. Never once did I think it would be just me. When I left, I swore I wouldn't return. I took a risk to be brave, to see a mountain, to meet a friend I secretly thought would save me from my reality, validate my existence, expand my mind through love and time, distract me from my relentless way, not knowing it was one of my traits. But the funny thing about planning, you never plan for the other person too. So I found myself in a beautiful room with a beautiful view, feeling just as stuck in silence as I once knew. And then it dawned on me, I've been carrying them all along, sitting in their chaos, wondering, what am I doing wrong? And really, how dare I tend to a ground not of my own? I know when to let go. I know when to stay. I know when the cost is more than I should pay. And so, I returned, not defeated, just doing it on my own. Wow. I took a 6-week trip out to Arizona to just get away for a minute. I was secretly crumbling prior to leaving, and I came back heartbroken. I came back in tears. I was heartbroken, but my God, it didn't even matter because I learned so much that I had no time to cry about a loss. I gained way too much. And so I just wanted to share a piece of my nugget that I am now applying in my life, and just I've been back home for 3 weeks and I feel so different. Just I'm like calm, I'm home inside my body for sure. I went out to Arizona thinking I would be building a life with a friend, maybe a lover, who knows. And oh my God, was I so far off from the truth. But in that illusion of connection, I found that I never needed anyone to validate my existence. I never needed anyone to validate my worthiness. Like, I could just do it on my own. I have been doing it on my own. There has been a pattern in my life where I am left to hold the emotions for both parties. I love emotionally unavailable friends and lovers. And I've always found myself at the end of these relationships holding both of our feelings. And why? Why? It just complicates your life. And then you find yourself like, well, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I like. I don't know what to do. Yeah, because most of the time you spent has been occupying other people's feelings, other people's mishaps, other people's, like, everything, And then when it's time to spend time with yourself, that's just unheard of. It's not a thing that you do. And that was me in my life. I spend most of my time with people or thinking about those people. And I would find moments where I would be burnt out, I would be bored of life, and I'm just like, I want something new. I don't know like what to do. I don't know what I like. And it's because all my capacity and energy went into maintaining other people. And if you see me looking down, I have bullet points, so I don't do what I'm doing now and talk on a tangent. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to the script of my bullet points. So I went out to Arizona, got my heart broken, and while I was there, oh my god, I'm from Michigan, and Arizona is like flipped on its head of the climate, the environment, and the sun, the weather, the heat. I soaked it in like a sponge, and I came back so inspired, and I just feel like doing it yourself just hits better. You lock in with yourself, you get to know yourself, you figure out what you're into, and then you just start doing stuff. You just start doing stuff to see how it goes, you know? Just how when you meet a new friend or a new lover or a new job, you're just like, I don't know, I'm just trying it. So do it with yourself, you know? I've been back for 3 weeks, and now that I'm back, every day, I am literally doing something for me. If it's making a fool of myself on a video, if it's posting something on TikTok, making a poem, I literally just created my first product. Like, I feel like no one can ever take what you create away from you. You go out to, like me, you go out to Arizona, you're under someone's roof, you are hoping that they are locked in with you, where that situation can expand you both. But why do that when we have our own life? We can just literally lock in with ourselves, do it for ourselves, do it with ourselves, and nobody can take shit away from you. You got a goal in mind, do that shit. You want to go to the gym? Confirmation. You want to go to the gym? Do it. You want to try an art class? Do it. Because if you're going to have that same obsessive energy, or that I got to do this right energy for someone else, you have to do it for yourself. That's what I learned going to Arizona. That's what I learned taking a risk with a person, and knowing I can just take that risk with myself. I always had this idea that someone was going to save me. I don't know why. I honestly don't even know where I got it from. But I just had this ideal that something, someone, a thing, a situation, an event was just going to like change my life. Something was just going to change. And what I'm now knowing from taking such a bold move, I am capable of more than I think. And I'm super adaptable. I have been in survival, and I have made it through. Like, I've just accomplished so much. And for me to ever think about a dream, an ideal, a thought, an art project, a silly video, and not try it and not do it and not continuously show up for myself every day, and then have the nerve to wonder and care and stress about someone else, absolutely not. That's what it taught me, because doing it yourself just hits better. You work hard, you grind it out in the gym, it's just gonna hit better once you start seeing your results versus you I don't know, not to go there with the plastic surgery, but I just feel like those vibes are a little different. You know what I mean? The end result. You started a business, and you, no matter what, you just kept going. Now this business is making you 50 grand a month. That's because you kept going. So the same energy that I was putting in people and caring about how they perceive me or what they think, so much energy just leaked. Me constantly using my days to worry about how I'm perceived, what the others think, what the people in my life think, how are they feeling about me, what can I do, what did I do. That's how 10 years just went through. And I'm looking up like, oh my God, I'm so over this. Why is every day the same? That's literally how I just spent my last 10 years. No more. My days now are about me. Anything I decide I want to do, I'm going to try it. Being yourself just is different. Being yourself just is different. Not giving a fuck what others think about you just hits different. And now when you lock in with yourself, even if your circumstances haven't changed, you now can move from a place of choice. You know, the power is within us, man. But we won't know that if we keep fucking caring about them. We need to care about ourselves. I keep forgetting about my bullet points. Oh my God. Maybe I can chop and screw this video. You cannot hand your freedom or your worth or your choice, to anyone else. Keep all of it. Keep it. It matters so much. It matters so much. This is your life. You can sculpt it however you want. If you want to say no to everyone, do that shit. Who knows what's gonna come from it? Who knows what space you're opening up? How much space you could possibly be opening up space for something massive to come through, because you're keeping your choice. Don't give that shit away. My ladies dating, how do you feel in this relationship? It does not matter how he feels. I'm just saying, this is with anyone, friends, lovers. How do you feel in this relationship? How do you feel when you talk to them and when you get off the phone with them or after you hang out with them? How do you feel? It does not matter about how they feel about you. And that's how you get lost in your sauce. Trust me. I know. That's how you get lost in your sauce. I was lost. So confused. Thinking I was too much. Thinking I was too sensitive. Thinking I was the fucking problem. Really? I shouldn't even be here, bro. I shouldn't even be here. Like, what am I even doing here? But yeah, like, do it yourself. It'll hit different. Do it yourself. It will hit different. And I feel so confident. You wanna feel like, you wanna feel like him, her? You wanna feel like him? You wanna feel like her? Do it yourself. You won't be putty in no one's hand but yours. You, yourself, will be like a little toy. Oh my God. I don't even know what it's called. But it's literally like you open it and it's like a ballerina or something in the middle and it's just like a song. That's you when you do it yourself. You're putty in your own hands. You're like, oh, what does the baby want now? What does the baby need now? What does the baby want to try now? And then I feel you will feel strong, powerful, capable. Because you're doing it yourself. Cheers.